Hey everybody, my name is Jelle and you're watching to my YouTube channel. Today we're gonna take a look at the blossom, and I actually spread this video out over a few weeks, actually even 2 months, from plum blossom completely until the apple blossom is finished. And as you can see, we're now in the leaves, all the blossom is gone and the trees are carrying pears. So that's great. It's spring again. That means if we have frost, we need to sprinkle to protect the apple blossom. But it seems we do have a leak right here. We fixed that one last year, so I don't know why. It stayed dry for the whole season last year. Now it's leaking badly again. I mean, you can even see a hole here. So yeah, we definitely have to fix this one. So I brought the excavator in the field. Now we're gonna dig it up and see what's wrong here. We weren't able to fix the leak the other day due to all the water in the hole, but we fixed it eventually, and it turned out the main pipe cracked on the bottom exactly below this coupling, because we have a hole drilled in there. It's the weakest spot of the line. Probably it just broke because of heavy weight driving over top and pushing down the whole pipe, and that way it must have cracked. So now it's sealed again and we can close up the hole. So I brought the excavator in, as you can see, and let's close that hole. Well, that looks to be nice and flat again. So now we can spray here without having to drive around this big hole. And we can also sprinkle without having a lot of water leakage. That's great. Well, another season is up ahead, so the plums are already getting into blossom now. We had beautiful weather today, so that will be really good for the blossom. As long as we get good weather during the day, we should get a lot of plums again this year. And I'm really looking forward to that, as we haven't had plums for 2 years now, and that's way too long. So it would be good to have some plums again. We have blossom now, at least in the pears. The apples are not ready yet. They come in about 2 weeks. But blossom in the pears looks really good. We have nice weather. We also had nice weather with the plums. So we have good hope for a lot of fruit this year. We have thrown out 2 more fields last year, so it would be nice if the other fields compensate the amount of apples. So for this year, for the younger trees, we do have new drip hoses, so that way every tree gets water. We had them before, but the ones we used before weren't that good. They were actually flat hose and it pumps up due to water. But if you got a lot of sand on top of it, then it doesn't pump water anymore. And also the quality of the hose was just really bad. Rabbits would eat it. That also just has the advantage, if sand comes on top over the years, we will still irrigate under the ground. With the old hose that wasn't possible, and everything after the pile of sand would not become water anymore. So now we can keep watering even if the hose has a lot of dirt, sand or wood on top. We do have kestrels this year again, so they are just free to live here. We put the house up and they choose to live there. We hope they get babies. That way they need to eat a lot of mice, and by that they clean up the mice from the orchard, and that way we don't need to do anything else to keep the mice population down in the orchard, because mice and apples, that doesn't go together. During the whole spring, we had a lot of nights with night frost. Most of that was in March, but it was extremely wet back then. And we decided not to sprinkle as it was way too early back then. Then in April we had night frost again, and it was again way too wet. And we actually got some frost back then, so it could have done some damage. Still we decided not to sprinkle, because if we sprinkle and it's already that wet, we're also gonna cause damage. So we don't want to do that. The result is that we only sprinkled for one night when it was actually dry and when it was actually freezing. We did have some ice on the trees, but not a lot. I didn't get the chance to film it, as it was that little of ice. It wasn't worth mentioning it. So that's all what we had for night frost for this whole season, and that's actually really good. So we're looking forward to a good harvest, and as far as we could see, no blossoms have been damaged by the night frost, so all that is looking good. Now, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. so you get a notification when the next video comes online. Thank you for watching.